Thank you, Prime Minister, for being with us today, and thank you for the Danish government's steadfast support for Ukraine's fight for freedom. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 7th Annual Copenhagen Democracy Summit. With us today, we have people from more than 90 countries. People united in the desire for a future based on freedom, but also united in their recognition that this must be fought for, because we are living in a dangerous moment for democracy. Around the world, we see dictators drawing closer together, increasing their cooperation, combining in a new axis of autocracy, one that threatens to extinguish the light of liberty wherever it can. In Europe, Russia uses North Korean missiles and Iranian drones to rain death and destruction on Ukraine. In Asia, China increases its aggression against democratic Taiwan. Online, we see disinformation campaigns supercharged by artificial intelligence designed to undermine our free societies. Around the world, from Belarus to Uganda, from Hong Kong to Venezuela, dictators crack down on democratic protest. For the 18th consecutive year, the global state of democracy has declined. Against this backdrop, it is easy to become despondent, to believe that the rise of the autocrats is inevitable, that the decline of democracy is irreversible. We must never give in to this hopelessness. We must remain optimistic for the future, because as Winston Churchill once said, there is not much use being anything else. So let us send a message of optimism and determination from this summit, that despite the hardships we see now around the world, freedom and democracy will prevail. Because freedom is the strongest force on earth. People's desire to decide their own lives, people's desire to criticize authorities and get rid of inept governments, people's desire to think and speak freely, that cannot, in the long run, be suppressed by dictatorship and autocracy. Right now, I see three priorities. First, we must ensure Ukraine wins this war. Second, we must help Taiwan deter the next conflict. Third, we must stand up for all those around the world struggling for the right to decide their own future. Today we focus on Ukraine's fight. So far, the free world has given Ukraine enough to survive, but not enough to win. This must change. Leaders must show courage and ambition to deliver a Ukrainian victory and lay the foundations for a sustainable peace. later today, Andrew Yermak and I will launch a report that sets out how to do this. Our paper has been endorsed by leading figures from across the democratic world, because this is not just Ukraine's struggle. It is the struggle of all those who believe in the right of people to decide their own future. It is a struggle that the people of Taiwan know all too well. Today we celebrate the success of Taiwan's democratic system. But we must also show unity and resolve in the face of China's provocations. We must say clearly and with one voice that an attack on Taiwan would be met with an overwhelming response from the democratic world. It is our responsibility to stand with the countries on the front line in this global fight for freedom. But it is also our duty to stand with the individuals who fight for democracy every single day. This was made clear by the horrific murder of Alexei Navalny earlier this year. Navalny's death again exposed the brutality of Putin's regime. But it's also highlighted the weakness of the dictators, their refusal to listen to dissent, their financial corruption, their moral decay. Alexei Navalny believed a different future for his country was possible. One built on democracy, not dictatorship, on freedom, not oppression, on truth, not lies. He is not alone. We must support all those around the world, many of whom are in this room today, who risk their liberty and even their lives in the fight for freedom. Ladies and gentlemen, Denmark was invaded on the 9th of April 1940. Ukraine on the 24th of February 2022. Israel on the 7th of October 2023. The attackers were Hitler's Germany, Putin's Russia, Iran's Hamas. They are the warmongers. History has taught us 3 lessons that we must learn from. First, appeasement with dictators does not lead to peace. It leads to war and conflict. Second, peace depends on the total defeat of the warmongers. Third, dictators respect only firmness and power. So, we must stay firm and strong and ready to fight for freedom. Thank you all.